Hey, what is up? This is Jedi Steve. I've given it some time, and I want to weigh in on what went on with Alec Baldwin. But I'm going to weigh in on a Jedi sort of way. I'm going to weigh in with the lesson, with knowing little of what happened on that day, but we're going to talk about the lesson. So, the house that I stay at, that I'm renting, there's a lady here. There's a cat that keeps on getting pregnant and keeps on having babies. So we have to get rid of the babies, giving them out to every people. So this lady that's a neighbor wanted to get the cat fixed. So today she's getting the cat fixed, and the cat is nowhere to be found. The cat is nowhere to be found. So is it the case, a lot of you may call me crazy, but is it the case that the cat is listening to that still, small voice inside of him? The cat's listening to that still, small voice inside of her. Sorry, I didn't mean to misgender the cat. Is that cat listening to that still, small voice that on some level it knows that its ideas, its creation, creating other people in the world, other cats in the world, it's knowing that it's sensing danger on some level, no matter what judgment you have. It's you say you're getting the cat fixed, but is that nature? The nature is for the cat to have babies, and trust me, it's an inconvenience for the cat to have more babies. I'm not saying that the cat should or should not have more babies, but have we lost sight of that, what's going inside of you? So now I want to tell you another story. I'm going to bring this full circle in about 2 minutes. So one of my friends, his name is Jason, has a family that his dad's a sheriff. Guns were always around him since he was a child. Guns were always around him. And Jason is a ranger, a park ranger, not an army ranger. And Jason, one time, when we were in our late 20s, he showed me the gun. First time and only time I touched a gun. And he shot a couple, and I shot like one or two. And all of a sudden, Jason goes, okay, there's 5 bullets in the gun. And this is a gun that was around him since he was a little kid. Jason said there's 5 guns in there, and I was like, me, a newbie to this whole thing, I've never heard of a gun that only had 5 bullets in it. And Jason counts, and he counts 5, and the gun's pointing at me, and he says it's empty. I was like, I've never heard of 5 bullets. There must be another bullet in there. It must be a 6-shooter. And then he checked, and there was a live round. I could have easily got shot, injured, disabled, or killed. Was I listening to that still small voice inside of me? Let's go back to Alec Baldwin. And I don't know if he's guilty. I don't know if somebody else is guilty. But what I'm saying, when the union people walked off, and sometimes people walk off sets for bullshit reasons. Sometimes people do it. But when the union people walked off, that was a sign that maybe we should slow things down, because a lot of us are trying to meet deadlines, and we are. We're trying to meet deadlines, and we are. That deadline might be just a certain part of you just dying that needs to come out of the closet and touch the world. But a lot of us are in a place that the signs are there. It first starts with a whisper. It might just be the wind blowing. The cat was able to get the fuck out of there, even though it probably doesn't even know what getting fixed is. It probably couldn't even understand the conversations, but it felt something that says, I need to get the fuck out of Dodge. And maybe that's what the union people did that walked off. Maybe that's what they did. And some of the people that stayed around, it was important for them to meet those deadlines. And I'm not shaming any of these people. It was important for them to meet these deadlines, and that they were living their dream, and they're in that place. But we need to create communities that people can listen, that aren't totally fear-ridden, but people can listen to that small voice that's inside of me, and we can be guided by nature, guided by beauty, guided by the soul calling of the people around us instead of just deadlines. Tune into the wisdom of a cat. Too much barking going on. We need to have the rhythm between the meowing and the barking. The meowing and the barking. Peace.